Who is he, really? At the stairway corner, Xiao Qiu accidentally falls and gets injured, but she doesn't care. She rushes out of the building, calling out Li Chuan's name over and over again in the empty square. There is no response. Xiao Qiu has lost all interest in celebrating her birthday. In the distance, at another corner, Li Chuan appears. He gazes longingly at Xiao Qiu's figure from afar. When Xiao Qiu returns home, she finds a gift box at her door. Inside the box is a note. Xiao Qiu, don't cry. She knows very well that the gift is from Li Chuan. She once told him that all she wanted for her birthday was chocolate cookies. Determined, Xiao Qiu grabs her guitar and goes to see Li Chuan. However, it is Li Chuan who answers the door. He tells her that Li Chuan is not home. Yet, the crutches leaning against the doorway make it obvious that Li Chuan is there. He simply doesn't want to see her. What Xiao Qiu doesn't know is that this time, Li Chuan has made up his mind not to return after this visit. Li Chuan returned to work, but he only worked 3 hours a day. Xiao Qiu watched Li Chuan from a distance without making any eye contact, and the two of them were like strangers. Xiao Qiu found an excuse to visit Li Chuan, only to discover him vomiting. Seeing Li Chuan in such a state, Xiao Qiu felt heartbroken, but Li Chuan shut her out. After spending several days together in Switzerland, Xiao Qiu now only wanted to take good care of Li Chuan. She no longer wanted to be as willful and quick-tempered as before. At the dining table, Xiao Qiu kept glancing at Li Chuan, who was seated not far away. When she saw Li Chuan leave the table alone, she couldn't help but follow him. Li Chuan was now struggling even to walk, and the side effects of the medication often made him vomit, leaving him physically and mentally drained. Xiao Qiu stayed by his side until he woke up. As soon as Li Chuan began to speak, Xiao Qiu already knew what he wanted to say. It was nothing more than Li Chuan not wanting to delay her life any longer. Xiao Qiu finished his sentence for him, making it clear that there was no need for him to say more. She firmly told Li Chuan that no matter what he thought or said, as long as his illness persisted, she would never leave him. Under the influence of the medication, Li Chuan drowsily leaned on Xiao Qiu's shoulder and slept until dawn. Li Chuan and Xiao Qiu arrived together at the company entrance, where they ran into Xiao Guan, who had just stepped out. Xiao Guan was extremely worried about Xiao Qiu, who had left abruptly the night before. He had called her all night without getting a response, and now seeing her appear with Li Chuan made him furious. Xiao Guan was angered by Li Chuan's broken promise to step away from Xiao Qiu's life. Xiao Qiu explained to Xiao Guan that Li Chuan might be seriously ill and that she couldn't leave him at such a critical time. Furious, Xiao Guan tried to confront Li Chuan, but luckily, Li Chuan intervened and stopped him before things escalated into a fight. Li Chuan handed Xiao Qiu a business card and asked her to convince Li Chuan to return to Switzerland for further treatment. Following the address on the card, Xiao Qiu got out of the car and was shocked to discover it was a cemetery. The person on the card was the cemetery manager, who had already designed a tombstone at Li Chuan's request. The epitaph read, "Born in Switzerland, studied in America, fell in love with a Chinese girl, and died in China." It was only then that Xiao Qiu understood the reasons behind everything that had happened. Unable to accept it, Xiao Qiu tore up the contract. She had considered the possibility of Li Chuan's death before, but facing it as a reality was incredibly difficult. Determined to keep Li Chuan alive, Xiao Qiu made a decision. The next day, Xiao Qiu prepared a sumptuous lunch for Li Chuan. Though the food looked delicious, it had a bitter taste. Feigning happiness, Xiao Qiu told Li Chuan she was going to start a new life with Xiao Guan. Her words were firm and resolute. As they parted, Xiao Qiu urged Li Chuan to return as soon as possible. Their final kiss was laden with complex emotions. Xiao Qiu removed her fingerprint ring, handed over the villa keys, and waved goodbye with a painful smile. Xiao Guan comforted Xiao Qiu as she cried uncontrollably. The following day, Xiao Guan and Xiao Qiu went to Li Chuan's office together. Xiao Guan told Li Chuan that he had purchased a property as a marital home. Naturally, Li Chuan assumed that Xiao Guan and Xiao Qiu were now together. He even offered to design and renovate the home as a wedding gift. Intentionally, Xiao Guan and Xiao Qiu acted affectionate in front of Li Chuan. However, their plan backfired. Xiao Qiu had hoped Li Chuan would leave this sorrowful place quickly, but Xiao Guan's casual mention of an imminent wedding made Li Chuan decide to stay until after the ceremony before departing. Li Chuan didn't want to delay any longer. He booked a flight for Li Chuan to leave the next day. Xiao Qiu stood outside the villa, unable to see Li Chuan off. She looked up at the balcony, and just then, a paper airplane flew down from the villa's balcony and landed by her feet. On it, her name was scrawled in messy handwriting. It was a memory between them, a way for Li Chuan to say goodbye. Li Chuan was leaving, and Xiao Guan seemed quite happy about it. He took Xiao Qiu to a barbecue party. But during the ride, Li Chuan called to say goodbye. The moment Xiao Guan heard Li Chuan's name, he got distracted, resulting in an accident where both he and the car crashed heavily to the ground. When Li Chuan heard the news, he rushed to the hospital despite Li Chuan's objections. Xiao Qiu had fractured ribs and a broken left leg and was unconscious for 4 hours. Li Chuan waited outside the ward the entire time and arranged for the best orthopedic care in Shanghai for her. But Xiao Qiu, lying in the ward, was unaware of all this. After everything was arranged, Li Chuan left the hospital, not wanting Xiao Qiu to know he was still in Shanghai. However, Xiao Qiu later learned the truth from Yi Jingwen. Her colleagues came to visit her in the hospital, and Li Chuan also stopped by, but there was no sign of Li Chuan. Xiao Guan, however, noticed Li Chuan standing outside the ward. Li Chuan angrily blamed Xiao Guan for not taking good care of Xiao Qiu. Originally, Li Chuan had planned to leave and let them be. Was this fate intervening? Xiao Guan admitted to Li Chuan that he and Xiao Qiu never intended to get married. Hearing this, Li Chuan felt a sharp pain in his heart. In the middle of the night, Xiao Qiu, in a daze, saw Li Chuan sitting by her bedside and thought she was dreaming. But the next morning, she clearly saw Li Chuan's name written on her cast. When she asked the caregiver, she learned that Li Chuan had been coming to see her every day. 2 months later, Xiao Qiu was finally discharged. Xiao Guan offered to take her home and expressed that it didn't matter if she couldn't forget Li Chuan. He hoped she'd give him a chance to take care of her. Xiao Qiu refused. She chose to remain unmarried if Li Chuan's illness was incurable. Xiao Qiu no longer wanted to stay in Shanghai and decided to return to Kunming. While handling her resignation at the company, she unexpectedly ran into Li Chuan, who was also using crutches. Xiao Qiu handed in a resignation letter to Li Chuan. Ignoring his frail condition, Li Chuan drowned his sorrows in one drink after another. When he tried to sober up with cold water, he collapsed in the bathroom. Hearing that Li Chuan was drunk, Xiao Qiu rushed to the bar on her crutches. Seeing Li Chuan's pale face, she immediately realized how serious his condition was. She quickly took him to the hospital. When the doctor inquired about Li Chuan's medical history, Xiao Qiu knew nothing. It wasn't until Renee arrived that Xiao Qiu learned the truth. Li Chuan had been diagnosed with bone cancer at the age of 17 and had undergone an amputation of his left leg. 4 years ago, his cancer relapsed, and he underwent a lobectomy to remove part of his lung. Although chemotherapy had some effect, the side effects caused a significant drop in his white and red blood cell counts, leading to weakened immunity and anemia. The doctor issued a critical condition notice. For the past 4 years, it was Xiao Qiu's emails that had kept Li Chuan going. He had written replies to all of her emails but never sent them. The only cure for his condition was a bone marrow transplant, but finding a suitable match was extremely difficult and rare. Li Chuan's primary doctor from Shanghai arrived, and after an emergency rescue, Li Chuan's condition temporarily stabilized. Xiao Qiu stayed at the hospital to care for him. Li Chuan remained in the hospital room for 7 days, and his ventilator was just removed. The moment he regained consciousness, he insisted on driving Xiao Qiu away. Xiao Qiu was forced out of the room. Xiao Qiu's determination was unwavering. If he survived, she would wait for Li Chuan to recover. If he passed away, she would bid farewell to his remains. Li Chuan's condition was dire. His mother was French, and finding a bone marrow match for someone of mixed heritage was extremely difficult. Only a miracle could help. Lying in his hospital bed, Li Chuan made a promise to Xiao Qiu. If he could make it through this ordeal, he would be with her. If he didn't, she must forget him. Xiao Qiu smiled and agreed. When Xiao Qiu returned, she found that Li Chuan was gone. They searched the entire hospital but found no trace of him. Eventually, they learned that Li Chuan had gone to Kunming. The group split up to search for him in various locations in Kunming. Finally, Xiao Qiu discovered Li Chuan's check-in record at a hotel. When they rushed to his room, they found Li Chuan lying quietly on the bed, unconscious. Xiao Qiu cried and begged Li Chuan to wake up. She promised that if he woke up, she would leave Shanghai and would never contact him again. Xiao Qiu deeply regretted that her stubbornness had caused Li Chuan suffering. Li Chuan remained in the hospital for 17 days, enduring worsening pain. At times, he regained consciousness but said nothing. After Li Chuan's condition stabilized, he immediately returned to Switzerland for further treatment. This time, Xiao Qiu decided not to go with him. Before their separation, Xiao Qiu received a box from Li Chuan, filled with letters he had written for her. Inside were birthday cards Li Chuan had prepared in advance for Xiao Qiu, enough to last until she turned 70. Xiao Qiu read through the emails Li Chuan had written but never sent, each word and sentence overflowing with thoughts of her. 3 years later, Xiao Qiu opened a translation agency in Kunming. She remained single, with only Mia as her companion. Yi Jingwen brought good news. Li Chuan had finally found a suitable bone marrow match. However, the post-surgery complications caused him immense pain. Thankfully, 6 months later, he recovered and returned to work. He had never stopped thinking about Xiao Qiu. Upon learning that Xiao Qiu was hospitalized, Li Chuan immediately flew from Switzerland to Kunming. He waited for a long time outside her home until he saw her returning, holding the hand of a little child. When their eyes met after so many years apart, countless emotions were exchanged without a single word. He had never heard that Xiao Qiu was married. It wasn't until Xiao Dong came inside that Xiao Qiu explained the child was her younger brother's son. Only then did the weight in Li Chuan's heart finally settle. Li Chuan took Xiao Qiu's hand and guided her to sit down. Watching Li Chuan bustle around the house, Xiao Qiu felt immense joy. Seeing Xiao Qiu devour the dinner he had prepared, Li Chuan felt that life was full of meaning. Li Chuan took Xiao Qiu to and from work and even made her special lunchboxes full of love. Their colleagues couldn't help but envy them. On the street, an artist sketched a portrait of the two of them together. When Xiao Qiu received the drawing, it depicted Li Chuan kneeling on one knee, proposing to her. Turning around, she found that Li Chuan had already taken out a ring and was proposing to her in real life. Overwhelmed with happiness, Xiao Qiu answered, "I do." The two of them lived happily together. Later, they even went to register their marriage. The ending was a blissful one. This ending was given by Li Chuan. He rewrote the tragic ending Xiao Qiu had previously written into a beautiful one. After the novel Remembering Li Chuan was published, it became a bestseller. Back in reality, when Xiao Qiu read the letter, Li Chuan was no longer in this world. Even though he missed out on a life with Xiao Qiu in this lifetime, at least he didn't miss her birthday. Inside the box was a white envelope containing their fingerprint rings from when they first fell in love. Xiao Qiu thought that if she couldn't hold Li Chuan's hand when she woke up, she'd rather meet him in her dreams every day. Xiao Qiu donated everything Li Chuan had given her. She returned to Kunming and started her own translation agency. A package from Zurich took her back to the past. Memories were both beautiful and painful. Inside the package was Li Chuan's ring. She placed her ring and his together on an English-Chinese dictionary, the very dictionary Li Chuan had given her as a birthday gift back then. With tears in her eyes, Xiao Qiu smiled and bid farewell to Li Chuan, to the past. She threw the two rings into the lake, letting the memories sink to the bottom with them. The dictionary left behind fluttered in the wind, its pages turning one by one. May Godfrey Gao find eternal peace in heaven.